Understanding the main method of Python. I am new to Python, but I have experience in other OOP languages. My course does not explain the main method in Python. Please tell me how main method works in Python? I am confused because I am trying to compare it to Java. How is main executed and why do I need this strange if to execute main? My code is terminated without output when I remove the if. The minimal code.
The Python approach to main is almost unique to the language. The semantics are a bit subtle. The _name identifier is bound to the name of any module as it's being imported. However, when a file is being executed, then _name_ is set to _main_, the literal string, _main_. This is almost always used to separate the portion of code which should be executed from the portions of code which define functionality. So Python code often contains a line like Using this convention, one can have a file define classes and functions for use in other programs, and also include code to evaluate only when the file is called as a standalone script. It's important to understand that all of the code above the if_name_ line is being executed, evaluated, in both cases. It's evaluated by the interpreter when the file is imported or when it's executed. If you put a print statement before the if_name_ line, then it will print output every time any other code attempts to import that as a module. Of course, this would be antisocial. Don't do that. I, personally, like these semantics. It encourages programmers to separate functionality, definitions, from function, execution, and encourages reuse. Ideally, almost every Python module can do something useful if called from the command line. In many cases, this is used for managing unit tests. If a particular file defines functionality which is only useful in the context of other components of a system, then one can still use _name_==_main_ to isolate a block of code which calls a suite of unit tests that apply to this module. If you're not going to have any such functionality nor unit tests, then it's best to ensure that the file mode is not executable. Summary: if _name_==_main_ has two primary use cases. Allow a module to provide functionality for import into other code while also providing useful semantics as a standalone script, a command line wrapper around the functionality. Allow a module to define a suite of unit tests which are stored in the same file as the code to be tested and which can be executed independently of the rest of the codebase. It's fairly common to def main args and have if _name_==main_, simply call main sys.arg1 column, if you want to define main in a manner that's similar to some other programming languages. If your Py file is primarily intended to be used as a module in other code, then you might def test_module and calling test_module in your if _name_==main_ column suite. Ruby also implements a similar feature, if _file_ $0.
In Python, execution does not have to begin at main. The first line of executable code is executed first. Output. More on main, this URL. A module's _name _. Every module has a name and statements in a module can find out the name of its module. This is especially handy in one particular situation, as mentioned previously, when a module is imported for the first time, the main block in that module is run. What if we want to run the block only if the program was used by itself and not when it was imported from another module? This can be achieved using the name attribute of the module. Using a module's _name _. Output. How it works. Every Python module has its _name _ defined, and if this is _main _, it implies that the module is being run standalone by the user and we can do corresponding appropriate actions.
Python does not have a defined entry point like Java, C, C++, etc. Rather, it simply executes a source file line by line. The if statement allows you to create a main function, which will be executed if your file is loaded as the main module rather than as a library in another module. To be clear, this means that the Python interpreter starts at the first line of a file and executes it. Executing lines like class foobar column and def foobar creates either a class or a function and stores them in memory for later use.
If you import the module .py file you are creating now from another Python script, it will not execute the code within. If you run the script directly from the console, it will be executed. Python does not use or require a main function. Any code that is not protected by that guard will be executed upon execution or importing of the module. This is expanded upon a little more at python.berkeley.edu.